Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. In this video, I will explain about what is exception handling in Java, why exception handling in Java, what happens if exception handling not used in Java, understanding try catch finally in Java. So after that, I will give some notes about what is exception handling, what is try, what is catch, what is finally. So let's get started. So first we will develop this some piece of code. Let's understand. First, what is exception handling in Java? So this is the class. Let's say add the main method. So I'm system.out.println. I am printing some message. Suppose hello. Control S. Let's run this class. Run as Java application. So it is working fine. Suppose let's add another system.out.println 10 divided by 0. See, let's see what happened. So I am running Java program. So it is giving hello. After that, it is raising exception, right? It's saying arithmetic exception, right? So it is raising arithmetic exception. Let's add another statement here. Hello. So hello one. So these are three system.out.println. Three messages I am printing into console. So let's run a Java application. See, first system.out.println is printing hello. After that, it is raising the arithmetic exception. This line not executed. This sixth line is not executed. So it is nothing but terminated. Our program terminated. So why we need exception handling to stop these kind of terminations? We need exception handling. First, understand what is exception. An unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs normal flow of the program is called as exception. Example, arithmetic exception. This exception is found at runtime, right? While running this program, it is raising arithmetic exception. That means it is a runtime exception. Runtime, runtime exception. So, how to prevent this? I want to print this as well. I want to stop the termination of the program, middle of the execution. This line is executed, fourth line is executed, fifth line exception is raised, sixth line is not executed, application is crossed or terminated. So how to stop that? To stop this, we need exception handling. So catch, so catch. Where we need to place this catch, this try. Tell me where we need to place this catch. Wherever exception will be raised, that lines of code must be placed in exception. That that lines of code must be placed in try block. See what is try? You can place only risky code inside try block. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. So I know this line exception arithmetic is exception is raising, right? So if exception raised or not, must and should this line. After exception raised also, I need to execute remaining lines of code. That's why I used try block. In catch block, we need to handle that exception. Exception here. So suppose system dot out dot println some message like error. Some error is raised. Otherwise, you can print e dot get message. So get message. Let's run your Java application. See, fourth line is printed. Fifth line got the error like arithmetic exception. If you want to need some more information, you can print toString. It will give some more information. Get message, it will give right what kind of exception. Like, see, it is giving some more arithmetic exception divided by 0 toString. It will giving. This is the exception type some message, right? So see here previously this hello one is not executed. Now it is executed as well. So all statements executed even though exception is raised in our Java program. By using try catch we are handle that exception. Finally, why finally? If any cleanup activities mandatory, either exception raised or not in try block, must and should ensure some logic. Those kind of logics we are placing in the so we are placing in the finally block. So some six out I'm adding. So this will this will always run. This will always run. So this piece of code we are successfully understand what is exception handling, why exception handling, try catch finally. What is exception handling? An unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs the normal flow of the program is called as exception. See, an unwanted, unexpected event, an unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs the normal flow of the program is called as exception. So here some 10 divided by 0, here exception is raised. So this line is not executed. It is disturbed line flow of the execution. So our application terminated. What we are doing now? We are placed exception raising lines of code placed in try block. That means you can place only risky code inside try block. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. So this try block we can also place before the fourth line and up to the 14th line, right? But only place exception raised. If you feel like any lines of code exception will be raised, those lines of code only place inside the try block. So catch the exception, print which kind of exception is raised. Here are the loggers. Finally, if any cleanup activities are there, clean up, clean up activities, some mandatory logics are there. So mandatory logics are there. Even though exception is raised in try block, must and should be executed. Those kind of logics placed in the finally block. So let's I will add the definitions of what is exception handling. So what is the try block, what is the catch block, what is the finally. These are the very important in interviews, right? These are the very important in interviews. So exception, exception handling. So yeah. So what is exception handling? An unwanted, unexpected, an unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs disturbs normal flow of the program is called as is called as is called as exception. Example. So here, which kind of exception we are raised? Arithmetic exception, right? Example, arithmetic exception. So next one, try. See, try. So you can you can place only risky code inside try block. Try block length of the try block should be as less as possible. As less as possible. Try block. You can place only risky code inside try block. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. So now third one, what is the catch? So catch block. Inside catch block, handle exceptions and handle exceptions by using catch block to avoid termination of program to avoid termination of program. Fourth one, finally block finally block finally finally block should be executed, should be executed always, always, irrespective of, irrespective of whether, irrespective of whether, whether exception raised or not, exception raised or not, whether exception raised or not. These are the most important points about exception handling in core Java. So let's understand one more time. So what is exception handling? An unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs normal flow of the program is called an exception. Example, arithmetic exception. This arithmetic exception found at runtime. So next, try. You can place only risky code inside try block. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. So let's understand first two. What is exception handling? An unwanted. Here an unwanted unexpected event. Here some event will be raised. An unwanted unexpected event that disturbs normal flow of the program is called as exception. So here exception is raised. Some event will be raised. First line is executed nicely. After that, sixth line is exception is raised. So because of that exception, this line 14th line is not executed. So it is terminated our program. Some disturbance will happen, right? So it's called exception. An unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs normal flow of the program is called as exception. Example, arithmetic exception, try. You can place only risky code inside try block. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. So that means here fourth line is there. Why I am not placing this try in before the fourth line? Because not required. Length of the try block should be as less as possible. Which lines you are feeling to raise exception? Those lines only place inside the try block. Okay, what is the catch block? You can place only here. What is the catch block? Handle exceptions by using catch block to avoid termination of program, to handling exceptions by using catch block. So by using try block, we are handling the exceptions. So handle exceptions by using catch block. Here catch, we are printing the exceptions. So printing exception information, exception information, information like why this exception is raised, what exception is raised. We are getting right. See, if I will run a Java application, see this is the exception, arithmetic exception raised. Why this exception raised? Divided by 0. So see here catch block printing exception information either in sysout or log like that. Finally block should be executed always irrespective of whether exception is raised or not. So even though exception is raised, finally block should be executed. Let's see, I will place this in the before the fourth line. So like here exception will be raised, this remaining will be terminated, right? Let's see what happened. So Java application, arithmetic exception. Okay, fine. Like if in this is the try block, right? So in try block, suppose let's add here one line, suppose H, another line, suppose I. So this line is successfully will executed. After that, some exception will be raised. This line I will be not executed. Let's see. See, hello, H. I is not there. I is not there, right? So that means what is telling finally. So finally block should be executed always irrespective of whether exception raised or not. Here in catch block, exception raised or not, that is a finally block, it will not consider. This finally block should be executed always. always, irrespective of whether exception is raised or not. This is the basics of the exception handling. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel.